Isolation Nation. Hello, I'm Ben Gleib, and you're tuned in to the Social Distancing Social Club. What is it? We'll figure it out. Not sure. But I tell you what, we're doing it, and that's a fact. So that's all we can promise you at this point. My goodness, you know, lot to reflect on.
Started so strong. I thought you just had an intro and you were ready, and then you just rambled off at the end. I don't know what happened.
God, is that you?
It's Margaret.
Ladies and gentlemen, it is my esteemed pleasure and also obligation to introduce to you right now the second leg of the four-legged tripod that makes up the quarantine that you call the quarantine. Please welcome at Steve Hofstetter, everybody.
Hello. That is usually people introduce me with regret. Happy to be here. Have a new shirt on my store. This was a suggestion of people who were at my watch party. This is my Gate 53C shirt, so people know that joke on my set. Pick one of those up when you get a chance. If you want to support the show, you can do so. Top right of the screen, of course, is Venmo. You can also PayPal, laughfromhome.com. We always appreciate those. But we also accept YouTube Super Chats and Facebook Hearts, whatever they are. And I think they're Twitter Super Hearts, and everybody's got a thing. And we accept all of those things. If you want to mail Ben Vintage Ladies, you could do that as well. That's a great way to support the show.
And I also make clear that a portion of all donations goes to the Martin Grant. We don't always mention that because we don't want to throw it in your face, but the Martin Grant that raises money for out-of-work comedians struggling during this COVID-19 exciting time. And so keep that in mind.
We've already distributed 24 of those grants, and we're going to distribute some more. So that said,
that's
ladies and gentlemen,
$24,000, people.
Yeah,
wow.
$24,000 to comedians, which has been incredible. Not to mention what the people who have made just doing sets on the show, which is at least like $12 more. So, ladies and gentlemen, speaking of $12 of comedy, please give it up for Mr. Chris Bowers, everybody. Chris Bowers.
Hello. What's up? How we doing? I'm excited to let you guys know from yesterday the motivational speech went very well. I was nervous about it, but it couldn't have gone better. It was great, so I appreciate it. I do have to let Ben on a little secret. Since it's after your birthday, I want to let you know, Ben, we've been playing a prank on you this whole time. Your sound's always been fine. We just fuck with you. We had a meeting first day, and I'm like, no matter what Ben does, let's just act like his sound's too low no matter what he does, and it's just been hilarious. But it's time to let you out of the box.
Ben, we actually have never even had a sound check. We just get here 15 seconds before you do. So, whole thing has been just been a huge prank, the whole thing.
Honestly, I would welcome that to be true because I feel so bad about how repeatedly every time.
Queen Rachel's here. Queen Rachel, how you doing?
Can I please quickly, before we... Oh, well, let's introduce Queen Rachel. Hello, Queen Rachel.
Go on, Ben. Do your thing.
Hi, Queen.
Hi, Ben.
Is this the first time he's interrupted you before you even on screen yet, Rachel? I don't know.
No.
Actually, no.
Queen, I'm so confused by your backdrops. I don't know if you're in different places, different walls, same places. It's really like it's an exciting progression. I want someone to figure out how to track it.
Yes.
Great answer.
Yeah.
Thank you for
if she moves one more time, Mike Paramore will know where she lives. So that's why she can.
Exactly. All I wanted to say was I wanted to thank everybody so much for coming to my birthday show last night, Ben Gleib and Friends. It was one of my favorite nights of my life. It was incredible. Thank you, Rachel and Taylor, for running it so smoothly. Thank you to Hofstetter and Bowers for amazing performances and everybody that was there. I think the show ended up being around 2 hours and 45 minutes long. It was an absolute blast. I had the time of my life. It was so cool. Thank you for all the support, all the backdrops, so much of the No Pants crew and RSDSC, Isolation Nation that was there. It meant the world. Thank you so very, very much.
I'll be honest. I thought it was a fundraiser for giraffes. I got it all wrong. So
giraffes. That's an ask for giraffes. That's coming up. And
yeah.
I'm just very tall, and people confuse us.
No, it was an honor to be a part of. It was so much fun to watch. Everybody was super into it, and what a hell of a lineup too. That was great.
It was so much fun. Everybody showed up exactly on time. Everybody's tech worked well. It was just it's nuts. It felt like this 8 parts of the world all popping in, all these amazing talented people. It really felt amazing for being in quarantine when we are all separated. Obviously this show has done that, but that also just made it feel like normal life. It made it feel like all my buddies were there in one place. It was really great.
Well, Tone was.
Tone was at my house, yes.
Yeah. There was one of your buddies. It's like him being there really made me feel like he was there. I mean, it was almost the same.
I was touching so many stuff too, and he brought a buddy over, and he was touching stuff, and it was just a spiral of germs. The second I was on the phone, he's like, I'm gonna be in your neighborhood coming from a Juneteenth celebration. Do you think I could maybe stop by? I'm like, yeah, of course. And Carmel was like, and I'm like, it's cool. He's like, I'm gonna bring my buddy. I'm like, okay. And so now we just had people, and then we were doing comedy bits, and we were touching each other and using the same mic, and so I might be right back in the coronavirus spiral, you guys.
Well,
yeah.
Did
But you
send me a
already
picture
had
of
it,
him.
right? So you have
Yeah,
the
you already had it.
antibodies.
But they don't know if you are immune or not.
Tone sent me a picture of him blowing into your air conditioner tubes, so I don't know what that's about.
By the way, the next show that we're doing, that we just did Ben's birthday show. Now we're gonna do a fundraiser to get him a new house. So that's super important. He burned his house down.
Yes. And also, I just call them air conditioner tubes to make it less weird. You know what I mean?
Way more weird. So, that said, oh yeah, we lost Bowers for a second. I was gonna go to the overnight game, but we'll get to that.
I'm back.
Oh,
We'll
Bowers
do the overnight
already back.
game.
All right.
Yeah, so here we go. So the overnight game last night was Doctor Says. So these are things a bad doctor would say, or bad things a doctor would say, I guess. And my favorite was Renee H. had, I swear I was wearing a watch before I did that procedure. That's not something you hear from a doctor. That's not something you hear from a doctor.
This reminds me so much, by the way, of a Whose Line Is It Anyway game, World's Worst,
Yes.
which was one of my favorite games to play doing
Great
improv.
game.
Like this, you guys did a wonderful job of this.
Great game. Greg and I play that often on our It's a G things.
Yeah, it's a great show.
Very cool. Do we have a game today, Ben?
Are you gonna read some of the answers first?
I just did. I read the one that was my favorite. Did you have any you liked?
You read the one that's your favorite already?
Yeah,
How
I
did I
did.
not hear that? Is that a super soft confession? How did I not
No,
hear
I
it?
swear to God. How did you not hear? I said, I swear I had a watch before I started this procedure. You don't remember that part?
Watch. That was it.
You have the
just gonna read
memory
that
of a
one. You
gnat.
just went off and off how good everybody did. And you're reading just, I didn't look at it. I didn't get a chance to look at it. I finally took off like the rest of the night for my birthday, so I did not look at the entries. And that's all we got. Great.
Some more?
Okay, moving on. And so, glad everybody did so good with it. Today's game, it's one that I'm very excited about, you guys, even though I didn't understand it and Steve had to call me to explain it to me. I'm really stoked. I was so confused on our text chain, and Steve's like, this'll be easy. Let me explain it to you on text. And 4 or 5 minutes into the explanation, I was like, sure, let's do it. I love it. Today's game, you guys, and you might have heard about Trump's rally that is going to be taking place today in Tulsa, Oklahoma. And some are calling it Corona-palooza because everybody there will probably get coronavirus. And, that's their fault if it happens because they're gathering in an arena during a pandemic. And so what bands would play Corona-palooza? That's the game today. Enter whatever bands or two bands together, one band, whatever you want. What band plays Corona-palooza? Steve has some great examples for
And
you.
these are real bands. We're not asking you to pun any band names. These are real bands. Who would play Corona-palooza? For instance, The Police. I hear they're already there. And Whitesnake, because that's a lot of their supporters. And some bands they wouldn't have. You could also do that. Like they wouldn't have Foreigner. They would not have Queen. And they wouldn't have the Black Crowes, but some of their best friends are Black Crowes. So that's super important to know.
Yes, that is true. They also might have bands like the NRA or Orange Guy Mafia.
You know what? I'm going to call you again and explain this, if that's cool.
It's not a pun, Ben. It's not a pun. It's actual band names.
Absolutely.
Like the Fat Boys would probably play there, right? Like
Yeah,
that
the
kind of thing.
Fat Boys would be. That's a great one. Yeah,
Okay,
absolutely.
so like
the
maybe
Strokes.
The Strokes, because
Yeah.
the Trump supporters are older.
Yes, and masturbatory. So, if you guys want to enter yours, what bands would play Coronapalooza, you can do so. Do so in any of the comments on any of the streams. We read some of our favorites, but if you want yours to be read and win a prize, what you could do is you could enter with a $5 or more Venmo or PayPal or Super Chat, and then you'll be eligible to win the prize, which is all of our albums, a ticket to this show, and a ticket to the Nowhere Comedy Club in the future. And so that's how it works.
Fact. Everything you said there is totally true. Steve, would you like to introduce our audience?
I sure as hell would. All right. Our audience, we're always happy to have people here in the front row. If you want to join the front row, you can do so at laughfromhome.com. And, of course, our Patreon. Patreon.com/SDSC. And we've got a bunch of Patreons in the front row with us today. Patreon keeps growing. We really appreciate that. That is supporting the show, which is more people are going back to work.
Somebody's
and not everybody
internet
can
froze.
afford to watch
mine?
us. So, yes. So, shout out to our Patreons joining us in the front row. We've got David Sherrill. We've got Frank Notaro, Tam Brown, Ron W., which in parentheses says the best Ron. Zara Bending and Jessica Kibble. Is it Kibble or Kibble? I never know, actually. I never asked. Is it? Well, we'll find out. Anyway. Yeah, do you
Zara,
guys...
Is that a giraffe shirt, Zara? I like that a lot.
Happy World Giraffe Day, motherfuckers.
That sentence has never been spoken in the English language.
Loud for giraffes tomorrow. Nowhere comedy. Get it.
Nice.
Yes, true
All
that.
right.
Help save those giraffes, you guys. Reach for the leaves.
Yeah. Is my
reach
internet
the
totally
stars.
fucked right now?
A little
Was that
bit.
was that me
Frozen.
that froze earlier, or was that Steve that froze about a minute ago?
Yeah. It's
Interesting.
Freezapalooza.
Steve just gave me a whole speech today on the phone about how my internet's bad and his is perfect ever since he upgraded.
No, I said mine is better.
You said
not
there was
perfect.
no problem since you got it figured out, is what you said, Steve.
And then you came over and cut my wires, you son of a bitch.
You throw down the gauntlet, I will throw it right back at you, baby boy.
All right, I'm gonna figure this out. I'll be back, guys.
Okay,
Spectrum
well, while you
is
do that,
the actual
I'll introduce our amazing comics today, both returning champions. We have Mary Santora is here. Say hello, Mary. How are you?
Oh, Jesus. Hold on. I'm standing in front of the air conditioner because it's 1,000 degrees in my apartment. So, hi. What's up?
Hi, Mary.
I'm bringing you guys either the she just got off the beach hairdo or she's a 14-year-old who started smoking Newports. You decide for yourself.
Are those
Either
mutually
way,
exclusive? Those could be the same
they
people.
could be both, but that's what it is.
Awesome. We also have Brett Druck is here. How you doing, Brett? How you doing?
Hey, hello. Thank you for finally getting me on Zoom.
What's up, Druck?
Nice to be on
Druck, it's
Conference
great to
call
see
for
you.
once.
Normally, you come to us from the Nowhere Comedy Club, which is just cardboard above that exact same visual that says Nowhere, and then
Yep.
you just remove that, and it feels transformed to me.
It is. It's a lot like the Superman Clark Kent type thing.
It is indeed. Almost.
Yeah.
Are you the real Brett Druck? That's the question.
I am right now, but I could be Nowhere Comedy Club.
Interesting.
Do you put those weird glasses on at Nowhere, and you don't wear the glasses for Zoom, for us, or how's that work?
Oh no, I only wore the glasses for Steve's
Gotcha.
watch party.
Sexual proclivities? Oh, I'm sorry.
Yep, because I like to see what I'm doing.
Hard to find without the glasses. Let's make fun of Steve as much as we can while he's gone, you guys. I don't see why not.
So we got anything coming in?
Today's
Rachel?
game is Steve Slams. Let's quickly change the game and surprise Steve when he comes back at the end of the game. We will accept Steve Slams, or we will accept bands playing Coronapalooza.
Actually, let's do the trick I pretended we did with you. No matter what he says, we'll just act like we can't hear him for like 5 or 10 minutes and make him think
no.
it's fine. Well, that'd be
It's 2 minutes when he comes back.
Great idea.
2 minutes.
2 minutes. 2 minutes. All right.
Great.
Rachel, anything to catch up on?
Yeah, so it was funny. We had Surfla in our YouTube chat had said Rachel has as many backdrops as Ben has crap in his office. So that was fun and kind of accurate.
Okay, some people are really getting loose with the adjectives there, okay? crap, a slowly curated collection of incredible stuff that entertains the world. If that's crap to you, then my God. My God, you really need to reevaluate what words mean. But as we've always said, from one of my pieces of vintage items here, haters gonna hate. Throw it over your shoulder, y'all.
How much salt is in your office now from doing that? Because I think I've seen you do it at least 30 times. Is there salt everywhere now, or is the dog lick it up? Probably.
Let's say I'm about to open up a Gladstones for fish. We got a pretty salty floor over here. You know what I mean?
I don't even know what that means. That's weird.
We're opening up the Gladstones for fish.
We also had.
You get the
let's
joke,
see.
right, Rachel?
I wasn't listening. I don't listen to the
Only way I can ever get Rachel's attention is if I super chat under the name Dun Talk, like I always have.
That's not you, right? There's no way that's not. All right, you're fucking with me. Jason Rushing, $2. Let's make the grid do the Brady Bunch intro.
That's each other.
The Brady Bunch, you know how they have like all the
but then
people...
everybody looks at everybody looks at each other.
Yeah.
Isn't that the thing. Yeah. I like
It's
that.
a story
Oh, that's funny.
about a queen named Rachel. They sometimes is real mean to me. And I sometimes interrupt her because I've got jokes to say, because this show's supposed to be filled with comedy. Rachel can be mean, da-da-da-da-da. The queen is mean, da-da-da-da-da. That's the way we all learn the queen is mean. Da-da-da-da-da-da-da.
All right.
Okay.
And then we had that lane boy donate to the show £5 and said for Steve's internet fund.
This makes me so happy that Steve's internet got fucked up. Oh my God. I'm gonna be able to hold this over his head. He's the cockiest internet person I've ever seen in my life. Literally, the quote he said to me on the phone today was, "Ben, let's not act like your internet is bad. It's good. We both know it's bad, and mine's been perfect since we got it fixed, and we know that." Mwah.
Steve's the only guy that gets more condescending when he talks out loud as opposed to texting. Usually on text you misinterpret it. Like you call me like, oh no, he meant that. Just like All right, I think we should get to a comic. Let's get to our first comic. Oh, I'm very excited. She's one of our favorites. She set the original record for tips long ago in the beginnings of the show. I think that record got beat by Katrina Davis, but it stood for a long time. She's one of the co-hosts on the Alan Cox Show. She was voted the funniest person in Cleveland. Give her the very funny Mary Santora, everybody!
Oh, hi, guys. Hello. Quarantine's lifting. It's exciting. Everybody's getting out. The only thing that I did in quarantine is I became a plant mom. That's what I did. It's very exciting stuff. Yes, other single lonely bitches clapping. I love that. That's good. If you've never gone to a plant store to buy, it is overwhelming. Like I walk in and immediately like shit's in your face. You're just like, is Robin Williams finishing a board game in here? Like, what is happening in this store? It's very overwhelming. I was kind of just like walking around, just trying to get a feel for the place. And one of the workers comes up to me and he just goes, "Oh, hard to kill?" And I was like, right. I was like, "Excuse me?" And he goes, "Are you looking for plants that are hard to kill?" And I was like, how did he know? Like, what about me just screams, like, it just screams, I want something living in my life, but that doesn't depend on me too much. You know what I mean? It's kind of like a mom who pays child support. Like, you guys, have you seen moms that pay child support? Have you seen women who are in charge of paying child support? That's a rough one, usually on a bowling league. Yeah, they only drink Long Island's light ice, any of that, like most of the women in my family pay child support, if that offends you guys. A lot of my aunts, my mom, they've had their children taken away, so I know. 1 12-step meeting away from getting your kids back, it's pretty exciting. I have also signed up for dating apps. That's what I did over the last couple months, which was it's so stupid. There's no point in it. there's an app called Hinge that you have to answer 3 question prompts before they'll post your profile. So I'm like, oh, maybe this will take care of the people who are just on there to hook up. No, it's still the same shitbags. It's absolutely awful. One dude, the prompt was, together we could, ... And then he wrote, build an empire. I was like, you're drinking a Bud Light and board shorts indoors. Like, you're not building an empire, dude. Like, no. You might be able to build a deck. I believe that. You could probably help build a deck. We might be able to watch Empire using your Netflix password from your roommate. We could probably do that. I just, those crack me up. Or like when people get into relationships and they'll post a picture on Instagram with like their boyfriend, like, oh my God, here's my partner in crime. This is my partner in crime. I'm like, you're not partners in crime. Don't do that. Are you Wendy and Marty Bird? Is that who you are? No? Are you laundering money for a drug cartel? No, you fucking shared guacamole at brunch. Get over yourselves. That's not what you are. You're not a partner in crime. Drives me nuts, man. New relationships, that's what it is. That's people, and no one is more annoying than someone who's in a new relationship with themselves. Oh, that is the worst person. That person's like, hi, I'm just working on me right now. Okay, like it's just like self-love is what I'm doing right now. It's just, nobody knows what self-love is, okay? Nobody has any idea what self-love is. It's just, apparently, it's just a lot of bath bombs. That's all that self-love is. A lot of bath bombs. But here's my issue with that. You never use a bath bomb when you're on top. You know, you never have a killer week where you like get promoted and then engaged and then use a bath bomb. That's never happened. No. You go on a Tinder date with a dude who wore a bandana and then you use a bath bomb. That's what it is. You're using that bath bomb like a magic 8-ball. You're shaking it and you're just like, is tonight the night I fall in love? It's not. It is not. It just cracks me up because I think people have to use self-love as like an explanation for doing something they like, where it's like, you don't need to brag about it. Just do what you need to do. Like I saw a girl the other day who was like, going shopping, self-love. Oh my God, thank you. And I'm just like, bitch, you gained 20 pounds in quarantine. You need new shorts. It's like, just tell it like it is. You don't have to bring self-love into it, you know? I don't know. It's just the same people who practice self-love. They're also like, you need to cut all toxic people out of your life. All toxic people. If it doesn't serve you, cut them out of your life. And I'm like, yeah, maybe that's what you should do. Instead of having a 5-minute conversation with somebody and maybe trying to get bearings for what they went through and where they're coming from and why they're acting this way, you just cut people out of your life. But that same person will listen to a white dude with dreads, feed him bullshit for 2 hours about a rock who's supposed to align your chakras. It's all bullshit. It drives me absolutely insane. I guess I look at self-love the same way anti-vaxxers look at vaccines. You know? It's like, I don't understand it, so it must not work. It's always women. That's the other thing. It's always women who are claiming self-love. I just want to see dudes start doing it. That's all. So like the next time your girl comes home and you're sitting there at the end of the night, she's like, are you really going to play video games for a 4th hour? She's like, babe, self-love. I mentioned a lot of the women in my family getting their children taken away. That's real. That's very real. My dad was a gambler. So that was a fun one too. When you're stuck in that white trash, like middle zone, you know what I mean? Where it's like, mom drinks, dad gambles. What am I going to be? You know, a comedian. That's what the answer is. I promise you this is very real because you learn your lessons differently when your parent is a gambler. I was in the 5th grade. I was taking a math quiz, and one of the questions on the quiz was, 11 is a number that is only divisible by 1 and itself. 11 is an example of prime number is what they wanted. 10-year-old Mare wrote, double downs. That's it for me, guys. Thank you so much. I appreciate
Mary
it.
Santora, everybody.
Mary Santora. Mary Santora. Hold on, I
Wait,
just need to
And
update.
we can't.
Steve, we
Steve,
can't hear
we
you.
can't hear you.
You're still
I'll just say it. Mary
God
Santora,
damn it.
everybody, amazing set. If you want
you.
to tip Mary, the tip jar is open. You can go to Super Chat the tip, or our PayPal is in the is at laughfromhome.com, or our Venmo is in the upper right of your screen. Please tip Mary if you'd like.
Can you guys still not hear me?
What?
You broke up a little bit, Steve.
No, you're broken a
Can you
little.
what?
You're huh?
Damn it. All right. I don't know. I don't know
we're
what to do.
we're fucking with you. You're fine.
Fucking with you, Steve.
Appreciate that.
Play a joke on you.
You mean?
Nicely done. I was gonna joke that by the way, Ben, really horrible glasses. I was gonna joke that I didn't even change my internet. I was just updating my Hinge profile to not say build an empire anymore. I just felt bad about it.
By the way, that probably wasn't
Do
your
that
Hinge
on myself. Self-love. Sorry, what?
That was probably Bauer's Hinge profile on account of the board shorts and Bud Light indoor.
Yeah.
But by the way, these are not horrible glasses. These are idiot test glasses. Yeah, that's Coors Light. Idiot test glasses. See what I'm saying?
Is he wearing
Yeah.
his own merch? Is
Yeah.
that what's happening?
My own
Mine
merch.
behind me.
I couldn't get mine behind me, so I'm so sorry.
By the way, nicely done. Do you have any idea how many settings I checked before I just gave up? Do you have any fucking idea?
I mean, at first you were actually clipping. We didn't make that up. We just when you came back.
No. I know the first part I was because I saw you guys all fade out at the same time, and I'm like, probably not everyone's internet is bad. It's probably just mine.
No, we actually coordinated all that.
Yeah, God damn it, you guys are really clever.
The Star White.
If you guys do have good internet, you can watch my web series Cinedopes. That's available on YouTube.
All
Ben
right,
has
let's
one
get to
piece
some
of merch
tips.
from each of his
Get to
projects.
some church. Yeah, let's get to some tips here.
Earth, I heard that, Ben. Or
Earth, I
Bowers.
said
God
Turf.
damn it.
You don't know the difference between us. You don't know who we are, do you?
No, I don't.
Which one's Bowers and which one's
Show.
Ben? You never seen the show?
So Jess in our live audience tipped Mary $50, and
Whoa.
for Brett and Mary, so
Oh.
50
Wow.
each. She said, "I love them
Oh,
both."
shit.
Wow.
Oh, thank you, Jeff.
All right. Do I even need to perform? I'm out.
Baller.
Thanks, guys. It was great to be here. I'll see you later.
She got it like that. Hell yeah, girl.
We also
Thank
had
you.
Gourmet €5. Mary, let's just bath bomb our way to an empire. We'll be hard to kill. Great set.
Thank you.
Savannah Martin, $10. Mary, are you telling me I have not just fallen in love with myself? Rude.
So real quick, that whole chunk on self-love is pretty new, and I've only done it like one other time. And it's funny to me because a lot of people get upset and offended with like, why can't I practice self-love? I was like, all of those jokes are written about me. Every single one of those jokes it's not. If we're gonna be honest and peel back the curtain a bit, that's all me. Just
I also like anytime like you do a joke that generalizes people in a negative way and they will immediately associate with it and then criticize you for saying it. And it's like, no, you put that on you.
right.
Like if that wasn't
yeah.
if that
Right.
wasn't accurate, then you wouldn't feel bad about this at all. You're just
Right.
Yeah, those people need to practice self-love.
Yeah.
There's those people where you're like, I hate stupid people, and somebody goes, hey, shut the fuck up. And I'm like, I didn't call you stupid. You just did. That's not my fault.
Yeah.
You identify with being stupid. I didn't know that you were going to get upset by that.
You guys remember when we had Rafina Bastos on the show, and he talked about his show that he used to host, CQC, the huge show in Latin America that they did an
Yes.
American pilot version of it that I was on, where I got to interview Obama, and it was hosted by Greg Giraldo. You remember that?
yes.
We don't need to remember it with the very long description you just gave.
Hold on, Ben.
Ben, I
let me.
don't
I gotta
remember.
pick up all those names off the floor real quick, Ben. Hold on one second. Let me just get.
By the way, Ben, when she said practice self-love, she didn't mean masturbate to your own credits.
Very, very hard joke for you to pull off with your merch store behind you as your backdrop.
This.
Sometimes I'll listen to a comedy set, like when I'm going to sleep, like just kind of remember, like if I had a set and I liked some of the riffs I did or whatever, and I always feel bad when I fall asleep listening to my own voice, because I feel like that's like what a narcissist would do. Like if I fall asleep to my own voice.
No, Powers, it's totally fine. I also fall asleep listening to your comedy.
Beat me to it.
That was mean when Bowers is just trying to put himself in the shoes of his audience.
By the way, Ben has a pair of shoes from a guest set he did once for Chelsea Handler.
Catches up before Ben gets creepy.
Sorry, I'm hitting you guys pretty hard today. I apologize.
Really. Jan Johnson, $2 to Mary for making Zara lose it on the bath bomb joke.
She went and got one. Did you see her grab her bath bombs and point out? I love you, Zara. Thank you.
I'm good.
We also had
I'm not
AW
lonely at all.
$15. Mary makes me laugh every day, and she's an inspiration to me. By the way, I recommend a jade tree. It will live forever, and it looks cool.
Heard. Sounds good. As long as I have to water it once every 3 weeks. That's all I need.
Zara, $19. One of the no pants favorites of all time, Mary. You are my people, but the bath bomb hit me hard. I have a literal box of them.
Raid girl, raid.
I love
It says bit hit. What is bit hit?
Two different words that happen to rhyme.
Yeah.
The bit hit me hard. Is there anything challenging about that sentence? I don't understand. There's something in this that is so weird. Oh.
Oh my god.
All right. We also had another tip come in. A couple of them. Tam in our live audience, $5. I'm the hard to kill plant chick as well.
Mm-hmm. Bamboo.
Ron Wayner in our live audience, $10. Mary, so the conscientious gift is bath bomb. If things go south, they can still have evening plans. And then we had some generals. We had Andrea Gordon, $5 for Ben's dog's blood pressure medication. Too much salt, Ben. We had Amenasala, $2. Yay, dollar store. Steve's here.
That's from a recent video.
And that is me.
Yeah.
And then Savannah Martin, $2. I will not stand for this slander.
Savannah, I apologize. I'm sorry. I didn't mean to make fun of Bowers.
I'm surprised that Rachel was able to pronounce stand and slander back to back.
Me too. Come on.
If anybody wants to play ping pong later, by the way, I know it's a tangent, but I'm happy to play some ping pong with anybody that wants.
We also had Andrea Gordon tip Mary $5 for Mary for succulent clippings.
Nice.
And we are
Thank you.
We are caught up.
And by the way,
to another
Ben,
comic then.
And Ben, if you want to go back and forth on like a merch from credit off, I already showed everything I have with that one mug. So I'm caught up.
I don't have credit or merch, so whatever.
Well, I also have a mug from the Joe Rogan Experience, but that's not one I'll show right now.
It's a my
Back
house.
from the kitchen, don't worry.
He had to get a bag of turkey. He's going to a protest. All right, let's get to another comic. Coming up next, you've seen him before, you like him. He's a regular host of the Nowhere Comedy Club, and he's a regular on Laughs on Hulu. Get it up for very funny Brett Druck, everybody!
Hey, thank you very much. Hello, thank you. It is so nice to be here. I have been struggling quite a bit with my mic stand and also with procrastination while in quarantine. And that's a problem that I've had since I was a kid. I used to play Mortal Kombat all the time. And if I beat my opponent, the game would always be like, finish him. And I'd be like, I'll do it tomorrow. You know, always been an issue for me. I went on a social distancing walk with my buddy the other day, and I asked him a question. He didn't answer me, and I was like, "Hey, man, you didn't answer my question." He was like, "Yeah, I know. I heard it. I'm going through a lot right now. I'm emotionally exhausted, and I think you know that. So I didn't feel obligated to answer your question. So I just ignored it." And I was like, "Oh, I thought maybe you didn't hear me." Did you not hear me? Oh, never mind. It was Nicolas Cage. They say that all behind every great man is a great woman, which means that every great man was, I guess, into pegging, which is really interesting. Albert Einstein was there struggling, like E equals MC, and then his wife walks in with a strap on, like, "You gonna keep working, or are you some kind of square?" And he's like, "Oh, that's it." Whenever I see a car with a cover over it, I'm always like, "Okay, you're not fooling me. I know what's under there. It's a boat." All right. That's actually a real thought that I had. Not that it's a boat, but I used to see cars with covers over them and be like, "What?" I actually thought like that was hiding it from shitty criminals, because I've never had a fancy car. I didn't realize that protects it from the elements, and I just had that realization. But before that, in the back of my brain, for some reason, I was just thinking that like there were like really shitty car thieves riding around, like, oh, there could be a fancy car in there, or it could be snakes. So I don't know what I was thinking there. I just found out that maybe this myth that Jell-O is made out of horse hooves is not true. It's a myth. Which sucks, because I had this idea in my brain that there was one time a bunch of there was like a horse plague, and there was some weird stable hand who they were carrying out all these dead horse carcasses, and he was like, "You just gonna throw all them horse hooves away? Give them here, I could mix them with strawberry." And I like that was how Jell-O was invented, and now I have to let that go. Good news though, they're actually made out of cow bones, so I just changed it to cow bones. I heard somebody say this the other day. They said that immigrants are stealing our jobs, which is not true. That's immigrants are getting our jobs instead of us. It'd be weird if they were stealing our jobs. You know, you get up to go to the bathroom, you come back, there's an Austrian dude sitting in your office chair. He's like, "I liked your job, so I took it." It'd be super weird. I love it. I love immigrants. I do. I love Mexican people. Any Mexican people here tonight? Very good. Don't identify. That was a test. You guys passed. Good job, everybody. No, that's Mexican culture is better about sharing than American culture. That's true. I went to a Mexican friend's house. He was like, "Mi casa es su casa." I was like, "What does that mean?" He was like, "It means my house is your house." I was like, "Get out of my house," which confused me. He's like, "Amigo?" I was like, "Yes, you go." So that's one of my favorite things that Americans do is we make up Spanish words. We'll be like, "Ooh, a Cinco de Mayo party. I'll just put that in mi calendre," which is not the word for calendar. And Spanish is the only language we do that with. We never do it with like German. We're never like, "Ooh, a sandwich. I'll just put that in my mouth and hagen." Yeah. Spanish is one of those languages where they give genders to all the nouns, which is weird to think about. Like there was some guy in charge of that. He was like, "Yeah, that's a table, la mesa. That's female." Everybody's like, "Hey, let's keep him away from the tables," I think. I was browsing on Tinder the other day, and I saw a girl. Her profile said, "I'm a sub looking for a dom." I was like, "Yeah, there's no subs looking for another sub. Just two people not making eye contact on opposite ends of the bed. Like whatever you want to do, you know." I have a lot of trouble being sexy. That's tough for me. I can't choose the right words when I'm trying to be sexy. I wanted to tell this woman once that I had very specific desires, but I ended up whispering, "I have special needs." All right, you guys are fantastic. Thank you so much.
Brett Druck. Of course, you can PayPal, laughfromhome.com. Tip jar is open. Venmo, top right of the screen, or you can super chat or do all that stuff. And by the way, Brett, gotta say that is one of the top 5 Albert Einstein pegging jokes I've ever heard.
Like, did you have a list of historical people you'd like cross over? You're like, Stephen Hawking, nah. Like, did you have a list? And Einstein is the best one. Like, I'm serious.
No,
Like,
I was like, oh shoot, I don't remember what material I did last time, and I know there's a lot of regulars here, so I was like, I better go over these half-baked joke ideas. And then Albert Einstein was the first person I thought of. It's like, let me write a tag for this.
The square thing was great, but also here's a fun behind the scenes. So when Brett and I were touring together, he first came up with that idea for the table la mesa joke and about how words are feminine, and it didn't work. It like absolutely didn't work, and then like he kept retooling it, and now it's a fucking slaughter joke. Like it is fantastic, and like I just think that was a cool thing to watch that joke develop from like a great idea that didn't work to a great idea that's one of your strongest jokes now.
What Steve is saying is that used to bomb a lot. I just want you guys to know that.
I think he was also saying we should
Yeah.
stick with Ben because eventually it'll get funny. I think that's what Steve was saying.
Oh shit, that's meaner than anything I've said. Holy shit. That made me go, oh. Like,
Wow, that was really, really hurtful, dude. My God.
Tips.
Somebody just said glad Brett was persistent in the chat, and that is something I never hear.
All right. So we had Jess tip Brett $50 out of the gate. We had John Duggan $5. Brett Druck changed his sign, hiding the secret. What is it? The secret? Secret MU?
So I'm gonna tell John the story. I originally when I practice with my camera, when I like put it in the normal program just to see how the setup is, it reverses the image. And so I thought that it was going to do that. And I spelled my name backwards. And then when I got on a Zoom chat, it was not reversed. And somebody was like, why is your name backwards? And I was like, damn it. So then I spelled my name forwards, but I still was fucked up in my brain. And I did the U backwards. So this was on the other side. And nobody noticed it until 2 nights ago when we did Steve's watch party. And then John Dugan pointed it out. And then everybody would not stop talking about it. I got tweets about it.
That is hilarious.
And another Amazon box gave its life for that new sign.
Spelling's hard, you guys. Spelling's really hard. You got to admit that.
Yeah.
Pronunciation's the worst. All right. We also
I feel like it's just turning into stuff that Ben's bought at gift shops now.
Yeah.
And I don't know what you're talking about, Brett, but I also do live in Hollywood. Just saying.
All right, that lane boy, 5 pounds. Brett, funny dude, but you shouldn't have gone to the joint. Ben Gleib, Dick Van Dyke School for Impressions.
What?
Did Rachel pronounce that correctly, or did it not make sense?
He said, funny dude, but you shouldn't. But I feel like he said you should have gone to the joint Ben Gleib, Dick Van Dyke School for Impressions.
I mean, it's a very confusing comment because what does
This is when Ben actually did a warm-up set for Denny's.
I think it's funny that Ben has the same amount of.
I headlined drunk on a Friday, and they didn't even ask.
I think it's great. He has the same amount of Denny's mugs as he has presidential campaign mugs. That's hilarious.
I knew you were gonna make that joke, Powers, and so let me just quickly point out the fact that look at this. Oh shit!
Oh, a second mug. Look at that.
Is your floor just covered in salt and mugs?
Is the sky blue, my friend?
By the way, guys, Salt and Mugs playing next Monday at the Roxy. So check them out.
Yeah. They got the Monday spot.
All right. We also have David in our live audience, $15 for Brett's headshots. Because if mine were a human, they could fight and die for their country.
So he's saying his headshots are 18 years old, I think.
Oh.
Yeah. Not that his headshots have some sort of artificial intelligence that are going to be recruited for an army at some point.
Thank you, Steve, because when I didn't get it, it didn't hurt, but you helped that along.
Are you wrapped in the American flag in your headshots? I'm still confused by it, to be honest with you.
They're very old headshots.
By
Okay.
the way,
you
shout
see
out to
them?
Ben's best credit, Channel 13, Des Moines, Iowa.
Yeah, I just wanted to make you aware of one of the press appearances I did during the campaign that you did not help me get.
Oh, perfect. I'll write that down for next time I run a presidential campaign.
I don't know if you heard this. I was also on Larry King during the campaign. I don't know if you heard that, Steve.
No, first time. I don't watch the campaign.
I get that. I fully get that. I understand.
Right.
We have
Okay.
a lot more headshot money coming Brett's way. So first Tam, $5, and she just spelled Brett Druck backwards. And so I'm not going to try and pronounce that. Thanks, Tam. We had Zara tipped Brett $100 and said for Brett, here's a tip.
Wait, don't do that. Don't do that.
What's
Don't do that.
Oh,
Whoever
sorry.
did that, please stop immediately. Thank you, Brett.
Brett.
You just got to show it
Yeah,
to
yeah.
us on your phone or something, dude, because screen
Oh.
sharing jacks up the world.
Oh, I'm sorry. I did not know that was
Nothing,
nowhere,
nothing
it's not a
makes
problem,
Steve
but-
more mad than when people screen share. It's a very quick way for him to lose his mind.
Nice to Brett. He's just a fool.
Or Taylor, true.
It changes the size of the window, which fucks up the live stream element of
I
the Zoom.
see.
Yeah.
Uh,
Don't worry about it, Brett. It's still here.
I
You
really-
know what?
I'm not upset about it.
Cool.
I feel
It'd be
fine.
nice if you, Brett, it would be nice if you were a little upset about it. You
No,
know?
I don't care.
You feel
It
bad.
wasn't in,
You
it
feel
wasn't
bad.
in the
You feel a little
extensive rules
bad.
I was sent.
it wasn't
We'll have to,
extensive
we'll have to put
rules.
that in the email.
I've seen those emails. They are long. All right. So to finish, Zara had tipped Brett $100 and said, for Brett, here's a tip towards your new headshot fund. Thanks for always making me laugh.
Oh, thanks.
Awesome.
Hey,
Savannah
Ben.
Martin.
Oh, sorry. Go ahead. If there's more tips, go ahead.
There's a few more. Savannah Martin, $10. Brett, and she gave you an A-.
Okay.
Ooh. Aha.
Amina Sala, $5. Let's get you those new headshots, Brett. Renee H, $5 for Brett's headshots.
This is phenomenal.
Andrea Gordon, $5 for Brett's headshots.
They all feel good and hurt at the same time.
This is the meanest way I've ever seen anybody be nice to people. This is the best.
This is almost like John Wilkes Booth being tipped for his headshots.
Oh, God.
God.
Too soon? Is that too soon, you guys?
Are those even
Yes, that was the
glasses?
problem with it.
Is that just a piece of something that came from your kitchen? I don't. What's on your face?
Well, it's a great question. I don't feel like answering it. You know what I mean?
That's actually merch from when he was on Star Trek.
That's right.
He was,
We also had Ron Wayner, $10 for Brett. I'm a sub looking for dipping sauce. We also had a late tip for Mary come in from Raz, £5 for Ruth, one of my favorite comedians.
A previous Ruth Langmore impression on that one. Yeah, thank
Oh,
you.
that's right.
Mhm.
Oh, did you learn that at the Ben Gleib Dick Van Dyke School for
Children.
Bit Hit?
The bit hit school for people who can't perform well. Yeah, that's what it was.
One day
Perform good.
that
It's
insult's
perform
going to make
good, but-
sense and it's going to hurt so much.
We also had Mary Rogers tip $50, and it says five squared for Brett and the rest for Mary because she's hilarious.
Well, thank you.
Oh,
Okay. We had Kristen
weird
Thompson.
way to not just
$5
say
for
half
the
and
show.
half.
oh, wait, 5 squared is 25? That makes more sense.
Yeah.
I was thinking-
Yeah, come on, dude. Get it together.
Oh, these people are dicks. So Dave Adler tipped $5, and it's for Brett, but it's like the text is upside down. It says, Brett should try this and for a headshot. Why do people do that?
Why do people do
I think I'm caught up. If you just give me a second and I'll make sure, and then I think we can do the game.
All right, sounds good.
You guys not gonna
Got
say anything while I try and get it?
No, we're
Just
just
make sure.
watching you
we're giving
read.
you a
We like watching you read. It's very fun.
I don't like that very much.
Are you not on a laptop, Queen Rachel?
I am, but
Why didn't you just turn the laptop? I feel like it's a lot easier than doing a handstand.
I have a microphone. I have a ring light. I've got a charger. There's no way I can do that.
By the way, Ben is trying to show us something.
He's always
But
trying
here's
to show
something
us
also
something.
here. Nice. By the way, this is what Brett was trying to share earlier. These here.
Oh my God.
Brett, when was this picture from?
That was 10 years ago. I was 24.
That is. Are these really your latest headshots?
Yeah, I know. Well, yeah. I just didn't really. I stopped going on commercial auditions, so I didn't really need good headshots, because the industry is terrible. And yeah.
That when you were a young J.J. Abrams?
Does that make me an old J.J. Abrams?
That headshot just sold more than Steve's new shirt.
All right, got operator.
Okay. Yeah, so we have a few things. So Z Bunster, Dana, we miss you. She did a general for $40 and said, General, thank
Bunst.
you. Just got my Embrace the Suck mug this week. Couldn't have been better timing.
Nice. Welcome back, Bunster, my favorite sitcom from the late 70s.
Yeah.
We also had Dave Adler tip $5 for Mary, and he did it right side up. So thank you, Dave. And we are caught up.
All right.
And
well,
also,
let's-
I just want to say real quick that I should not make fun of Brett's headshot because here's my latest one. So,
exactly. All right, let's play the game, Rachel.
Steve, but let me just quickly say, plugging your own project's not the coolest. You know what I mean?
yeah,
I feel like you're going to be doing this after the show ends, too.
it's actually what he does instead of going to sound check.
Great jokes, you guys. Great jokes.
How much coffee
Okay.
do you drink? Jesus.
A lot. This is one. This is 1/15 of my mug collection, just so you know.
Leave that.
Pam just sent in a $2 Venmo. She said, from the No Pants crew, the best part is we're trying to help Brett get better headshots because he looks too much like Steve. So what are we saying about Steve?
You're saying that it's hard to get work if you're too handsome as a comedian. I get it. It is tough.
This is why you work so much, Steve. That's why you're on the road all the time.
Ah, you son of a bitch.
There he is. There he is.
All right, the game. So the game today was what bands would play in Coronapalooza. Right. So
I
I'm
have
gonna read the.
two.
Well,
Okay.
Oh wait, we gotta do
We
the
can
game
do that
first.
first.
though.
yeah, we do those. We do those at the end there, Mary.
Oh, okay, okay.
Yeah, we do them last.
Sorry.
So I'm gonna read the 2 unpaid entries, and then we'll go to the live audience, and then the paid super chats. So the 2 that I liked, Ming Mercy said, "Insane Clown Posse."
Nice. I told you it's gonna be a good game.
You're right. You're right.
That works.
And then Shelly had the White Stripes. Okay, now for our live audience, let's go to, we have like 4 or 5. So Zara,
Hey. So I had Disturbed because they're down with the sickness. And the other one, American Punk Classic, very much the audience, Pissed Jeans.
Nice.
nice. Who is Crystal Lexus?
Probably.
Oh, it was Jess. All right, go
Yeah.
Jess. Ginger Benz.
My friend's visiting again, so I had to stick to my theme. So I had two. I'm an old punk from LA who moved to the New York punk scene. So I picked one from each side. And I had the Sick Fucks. And but if you don't know their music, she owns Manic Panic now. They're really cool. And then the Plague, which was not around for long, but it's a super hardcore LA punk band. So I thought
it's actually
they would do it.
It's been around for about 3 months.
The reunion tour.
They were huge in the 1500s.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Actually, thinking about it, it's been around for about 3 years.
All right, let's go to David Sharrow.
I asked if I could do bands that would absolutely refuse to play Chronopalooza, which include Chicago and Boston. And then I said that Berlin would burn their invitation live on TV.
Nicely done, David.
It looks like two more. Ron Wayner.
So I got one to just set the mood for the whole event. It's a nice Canadian band. Walk Off the Earth. Just,
And then Frank Notaro.
I like that one. That's a good one.
Oh, he's muted.
You're muted, Frank. There you go.
Okay, could you hear me now?
Yes.
Yeah.
Guns N' Roses.
Except probably Roses won't be able to make it.
Guns for sure, though.
Yeah.
Mostly
And,
guns.
The last one I think is Tam.
Based solely on their name, not their band members, the Average White Band. And Great White.
Great White.
All right. So
Great White.
those are included in the voting. And so then we also have Avi said Blondie will be Trump's personal backstage warm-up act. We have Jeremy Day, the Spin Doctors.
Oh,
Nice.
Nice.
That Lane Boy, UB over 40 white male.
Nope.
Razor said that this is the lineup. Oingo Boingo, Shaynana, Kajugugu, yeah.
Wait. Hold on. Go boingo, shanana.
Kajagugu. What's so funny?
It's Oingo Boingo. It's Oingo Boingo.
Isn't that what it said? What did it say?
Sure. That's yes.
Oingo Boingo.
And then Shaynana. Where did the
Shaynana. Kajagugu. Yes. Since that's what we all hear anyway when he talks. With special guests butthole surfers. Jeremy Day, in collaboration with Ashley, The Who is still willing to vote for this moron.
I was thinking that The Who probably wouldn't be there because Trump accuses them of collaborating with China.
Yeah.
And then Andrea Gordon had 4 entries. So first one, the lineup is Genesis, but no one's ever heard of them. The Pretenders, because they decided to wear MAGA hats and not MAGA hoods.
Love that.
That was a good one. The Ramones were invited, but only to clean up. And The Cure said Trump couldn't offer them enough to show up. All right,
I was
that's all of them.
thinking that The Cure would be there just so Trump could say, "You see, we found them. Got a cure. Got the cure. Magically, they're here. I told you."
All right, let's vote. Brett, who was your favorite? What was your favorite?
Ooh, I think the Spin Doctors is going to do it for me.
Yep. Mary?
Same. Spin Doctors.
Rachel?
up, but I really like the Spin Doctors.
All
Yeah,
right.
I'm also going Spin Doctors. That's the best one for me. That's perfect. It's
Whoa.
another better.
Ben.
I hate to break up the pattern, but I'm going Spin Doctors.
Amazing. And I can make this a sweep. Have we ever had a sweep on the show before?
No.
Oh,
We've never had a sweep.
Mine is for the Spin Doctors. I'm kidding. It's for the Spin Doctors.
Right.
Perfect
Yes.
band name for this. Absolutely well done. Nicely done. And of course, to collect your prize, go to laughfromhome.com. Shoot us an email. Mary, you said you had 2.
I had the Pretenders and the Cure, and they were both taken. So real quickly, Public Enemy would definitely not be there.
Nice.
Brett, do you have any?
No.
All right. Bowers or Ben? I got a whole bunch.
I got
Ben?
a bunch too.
why haven't
All
I
right,
been
you wanna go-
asked?
Rachel,
do you have
Rachel got some?
No.
any? Ben, you want to go? You want to go back and forth? Yeah, Rachel is submitting Oingo Boyoingo.
Oingo Boingo.
That was the sound. Oingo Boingo is a sound my eyes made when I heard her say that. I was like, so Ben, you want to go 1 for 1?
Sure.
All right, cool. You want to go first?
Sure. I'm gonna start with just the only one I have that's not playing there is Black Sabbath.
All right, nice. All mine are playing there. The Clash.
Nice. I've got Creed, just because probably.
Based on them refusing to wear masks, the Grateful Dead.
Yes. In the vein of the Spin Doctors entry, Talking Heads.
Nice. Still, because they won't wear masks, the Killers.
Joy Division.
Nice. Kansas, because probably.
Ted Nugent, because obviously.
Based on his speech, Korn.
Primal Scream.
Nice. Based on what these people are into, the Kinks.
Based on how anti-progress they are, Status Quo.
Ooh,
Nice. Considering how sexually assaulty Trump is, you two.
My last one.
Wow, that's really good.
Thank you.
My last one is Bob Marley and the Wailers without Bob Marley.
I have a couple more, and they get worse. One is just what we're in now, which is Dire Straits. And then also, based on his past, Alice in Chains. I think he would appreciate that. And of course, Slipknot.
One more.
One more, Mayor.
I just came up with it. Based on no one abiding by fire codes, Trapped.
Nice.
I also I'm going to put a last minute entry in there, Jeff Buckley, just because it wouldn't be bad if a lot of people attending there drowned in a river.
Holy shit. My last one was a lynching joke, and you were like, let's take this one step further. Let's make this. By the way, Ron W. in the chat just wrote, turns out White Noise is a band. So
All right,
Also-
we did it.
Also, I just want to make clear, I still don't understand today's game at all.
I'll watch it, Matt. Maybe you'll get it if you watch it.
Okay, I will.
All right, so we did it. Comics, we're gonna say goodbye to you real quick, but we want to know where we can find you, Mary. Where do we find you at in the world?
You guys can follow me on Instagram at Mary Santora Comedy. If you want to see all the basic bitch shit that I was talking about, it's all right there. And then if you're on Twitter, it's Mary_Santora.
Very cool. Thank you so much, Mary. Great to
Thank
have
you
you back.
guys.
We'll have you back
Appreciate
again.
it.
Brett, where do we find you at, buddy?
If you want to find me, you could just think of me real hard and I'll show up.
That is more effective promotion than those headshots.
And Ben knows promotion. So.
Yeah. Ben is drinking out of a mug that has a picture of Ben Gleib drinking out of his own mug on the mug.
So thank you, comics. Appreciate that. We also want to say goodbye to the audience. Thank you. Oh, wait, let's plug ourselves first before we say goodbye to the audience. So just at Bowers Comedy. I don't think I've got anything coming up. Well, next weekend I'm in Appleton, Wisconsin. But other than that,
probably not.
Yeah, at Bowers Comedy. Yeah, we'll see what happens. I don't know. So that's me. Steve, got anything coming up?
Yeah, I got a full headlining set coming up this week. It is at an earlier time, so it can accommodate a bunch of different people from a bunch of different locations. And then and come check that out, because then I'm gonna take a break from doing long nowhere sets for a while I write some more material. So that'll be my last one for a bit. So please go check that out.
Ben.
Steve just reminded me that writing new material is an option, so I'm going to start doing that. And that's a really good point. Holy shit, I haven't thought of that in 4 months.
Too bad we didn't do that show 5 years ago. Jesus.
Yeah. Holy shit.
It's a good point. It's a good point, which is why on July 2nd, you can come and see my Gleib Off the Top fully improvised stand-up show where I don't have to write shit.
Oh, yeah, I have Ask Us Anything tonight. I forgot about that.
Ask Us Anything tonight, Daniel Muggleton and Steve Hofstetter. It's a really funny show. Also, I just wanted to plug Moobies, the fictional restaurant from Kevin Smith's movies, is now doing a pop-up in Hollywood for the next month. And you can do Postmates delivery or pop in there for delivery. I was just there for the launch of it, and all proceeds from it goes to this amazing organization that helps protect restaurant workers who are undocumented. So check that out.
Cool.
If you get
That is awesome. And if there were ever a time to start a restaurant, I think it's now.
Yeah, well, it's pop up, and it's only for takeout, and it's no contact, and it's delicious. And also, Kevin Smith's soon, I think, going to be doing a show at Nowhere Comedy Club, by the way.
Nice.
Awesome. Well, thank you so much, audience. You guys were great yet again. We appreciate it. Tam, I'm sorry I forgot to send you the link again. That's second time. I won't ever do that again. I don't make the same mistake twice usually, but that's twice. So hopefully there's not a third time. You guys were great. Thank you so much. Rachel.
Yeah, so we had a great last tip come in for the show. It was Courtney, 8 Aussies, and she said for Rachel for having to deal with everyone's nonsense and upside down messages. I'm glad somebody recognizes.
That was so nice of her to send $550 US. I really think that was very kind.
Have a good night, everybody.
See you, Rachel. Thanks so much.
Thank you for the tips, everybody.
And yeah, thanks again, everybody that came to the show last night. Ben's show was super fun. I had a great time on that. That was good times. I called Ben last night the hardest man to follow in comedy because it's just it's just so crazy and zany and fun. And then you're like, okay, I guess my dumb jokes now. But we had a good time. I had a blast. And we will see you guys tomorrow.
Yeah, I had no problem following him. I know what Bowers was talking about, but it really was an absolutely wonderful show. And also just the lineup was such a testament to, you know, how much people love you and, you know, want to come and do your birthday show if you pay them enough. I think that. Wait, hold on. I'll drink out of mine. No, I really did have a wonderful time, and it was such a great lineup and such a great crowd, and it was just it was a pleasure to be a part of. So just wanted to say thanks to everybody who came out, and thanks to Ben for having me. So that's
it
it
was
for
so
me
much
today.
fun. Thank you guys so much for being there. And I just wanted to say, listen,
Oh God,
it was a really fun show last night, but especially fun today doing the social distancing, social club, and my speech earlier. Also, the high school speech really went well. A lot of high school students learned to be themselves and say fuck it to everything. We all got drunk, and then also let me just make it clear that what's going on is we're gonna be doing. I'm probably open for Adam Ray sometime in the future. We don't know for sure, but there's gonna be a date. It's moving. There's a lot of facts on the ground. We're trying to figure it out. Trying to get to the bottom of it. Turn your cameras off, turn them on again. It's gonna be a lot of fun. And just thank you for being here. I don't know why I always do this. I ramble on, and then making everybody confused. Then on the
you're
show.
at 10 minutes, Ben.
I'm at 10 minutes. Fair enough. Fair enough. Listen, I gotta go. Really fun show, you guys. It's the best I ever done. I'm thriving. driving right now. Thank you for being here. Good night, everybody. What's in the box?